First at 5. From the University of Florida, covering Gainesville, Ocala, and the University of Florida. This is WUFT News, First at 5.
An Islamic awareness event at UF spawns a protest by Gainesville's controversial pastor, Terry Jones. That's our top story. I'm Sonica Donge.
And I'm Zach Aldridge. WUFT's Stephanie Bechara tells us how both took sides last night.
6 million Muslims in the U.S., and according to the Pew Research Center, in 20 years, that amount will increase by 35%. With the apparent growth rate, UF's Islam on Campus felt the need to inform people of their beliefs by hosting guest speaker Omar Solomon at the Rights Union last night. Solomon, the imam of a mosque in New Orleans, says awareness will help fight the stigma Muslims have in America, especially after the events of September 11.
Let's actually sit down with one another instead of being hateful. Instead of throwing your accusations, sit down with a Muslim and ask them, what exactly does your faith teach?
A Gainesville resident who chose to remain anonymous says she came to the event to learn more about the Islamic religion, but at the same time feels it's hard not to form an opinion based on the negative connotation that surrounds its history.
I judge a tree by the fruit it bears. And when I see the fruit that Islam bears, honor killings, beheadings, hands being chopped off, acid thrown in faces, women not being allowed to drive, women not being allowed to go to school. And whenever that's brought up at these events, we're told, oh, no, that's not the religion, that's a culture. But that is Islamist culture.
During Solomon's lecture, members of the Dove World Outreach Center stationed themselves outside of the Rights Union to oppose the event.
Behind me, we can see the protest led by Pastor Terry Jones, where he hopes to incite questions about the Islam belief within the Gainesville community.
Our problem is with the radical element of Islam, or the element of Islam that does not want to accept our Constitution as the laws of the land. So our ultimate goal is to get Americans to check it out themselves, to look at the 1,400 years of history of Islam, look at it and make the decision themselves.
A group of 5 students who found this opposition to be insulting chanted, "Dove needs love," repeatedly in order to disrupt their message. Shortly after, Pastor Jones and his congregation retired their efforts and left the Rights Union. Despite the commotion, the event carried on with a successful turnout. Stephanie Bechara, WUFT News.
It happens to be National Islam Awareness Month, and special events at UF will continue throughout the month. An unusual one next Tuesday evening features Jewish and Muslim comedians in a show called Laugh in Peace.